Universal basic income is a radical change in already established neoliberal capitalist systems that many of our global economies depend on, and it introduces an increase on welfare support through cash income distribution in a population, and this cash distribution is unconditional on the individual's identity or economic status. While there's also increased conversation on how to best implement UBI in different nation-state contexts, for example, as an opportunity to replace the whole welfare system or to implement it as an additional program to welfare support, the overall idea is to provide a certain amount of money through cash transfers that will help decrease economic burden of a specific population or a whole population. For the implementation of UBI, there needs to be an increase on state intervention and as well a high influx of money from the state. So many argue that a way to maintain the neoliberal free market economy is by providing the beneficiaries the autonomy and freedom of choice on how to spend those cash transfers that they are receiving. So countries such as South Korea have already established pilot of universal basic income in different regions of the country. For example, providing $250 every 3 months to 24-year-olds so they could focus more time and resources for the development of their career or the continuation of their studies. The state further encourages young people to spend those cash transfers in local businesses. This is a way to support the growth of the local economy, eventually as well supporting the national economy if this pilot is implemented, for example, within a national scale. On the other hand, we also have countries such as Canada that have utilized the universal basic income programs or similar cash transfer programs to provide instant economic relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. For example, through Canada Emergency Student Benefit Response, they provided cash transfers in a period of 4 weeks for post-secondary study students so they can continue with their studies during the pandemic, especially those who were economically affected by COVID-19. So according to studies done in Canada, the implementation of universal basic income can actually help grow its economy to over $80 billion and create more than 600,000 new employment within the first 5 years of the implementation of these programs. So this type of social security therefore provides instant economic relief to most vulnerable populations, especially those who are economically marginalized, especially as well communities that can continue to face intergenerational forms of poverty. Nevertheless, while macroeconomic aggregates such as GDP, employment growth rate, and economic growth rate can positively be benefited by the implementation of universal basic income and due to the high influx of state money within the national economy, we need to recognize that a positive increase in macroeconomic aggregate does not inherently mean that other forms of inequities are consequently disappear within these communities. Therefore, the implementation of universal basic income or any cash transfer program needs to be accompanied by additional programs that help us understand how we can move forward and create transformative change away of systems of oppression such as racism, gender-based violence, and any form of discrimination that affect these marginalized communities.